Welcome to the Larraine Show, everybody. Thank you for coming out. I totally appreciate spending this time with you. And today we have such a fabulous show. In our cover story, we got one incredible person who will be here sharing her story with us. She's all the way from Springfield, Massachusetts, and her name is Dita. So she'll be out a little later, but before then, what's the tea, y'all? We're gonna be finding out all your favorite gossip that goes on in Hollywood. I know you used to live for that. And then on my favorite segment, Drag Confessions, we will be talking about two of your RuPaul Drag Race superstars, Alyssa Edwards and Jinx. But before that, check out Larraine Live. We'll be right back.
Yo guys, check this out. Yo, watch this. Watch. Here we go.
Train wreck coming through.
Why can't they just leave me alone?
It's part of growing up, Sarah.
I don't deserve to be treated like this.
We all get picked on sometimes.
Tyler, that's enough.
Come on, relax.
Tyler, stop. No, get off.
What do we do? We just can't leave her here.
Is Tyler picking on you again? He only acts that way because he know you like him.
Whatever, I just wish that him and all his friends would die like the people in this movie.
What movie?
The DVD my mom made. It's a bunch of different horror clips. I just wish that him and all his friends would die like the people in this movie.
Hi world, it's me Larraine. When I'm looking for exciting, interesting, fierce, fun guests for my show. If you think you have a creative, interesting story you want to tell, go to my website, www.therainbow.com, or go to my Facebook, facebook.com/The Rainbow Show. Hi, welcome back to the Rainbow Show. My cover story today is Hate Crimes in America. And I found it very, 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 very interesting. And I needed to do this for you guys for one or two reasons. One, because it's happening so frequently in America, and that the access to the internet, television, and the media is now allowing it to be more in our face. 10 years ago, I can tell you, I remember reading some stories or knowing some friends that this happened to, and it wasn't in the media, it wasn't online, it wasn't on Facebook or Twitter. So what I want to do now is tell you a couple examples. There was a gay couple in New York who was walking home from a game from Madison Square Garden who were targeted and attacked. A British kid was convicted of manslaughter for setting a gay teen on fire on his 18th birthday. These are the things that we face in America and outside of America, so it's a worldwide issue. But today we're going to be speaking to Dita Developer from Springfield, Massachusetts. She's a courageous, strong, brave person to talk about her story. What happened in 1999, we will relive today. Her lover was a victim of a hate crime, and hate crimes were not hate crimes back then. They were just crimes. So with further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to please give a warm Larraine welcome to the one and only Dita Developer from Springfield, Massachusetts, y'all. Please give it up.
Hi.
Hi, Dita. How are you?
I'm good. Look at you looking fabulous with your own show.
I know. Look at you looking even more fabulous with me on my own show.
I tried, honey.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, because I know we're going to go into the heavy stuff. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to ask her just a couple questions so you can get familiar with her, and then we'll get into the hate crime stuff a little later, okay? So, Dita, tell me, girl, where'd you get that hair?
Well, there's a poor dog outside that's now bald, plus 2 cats and a couch to pray for. You know, sew it all together and put some glitter on it, and I'm good.
No, I love you, but thank you for coming. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. I'm going to come back. I'm going to be sitting down with this brave soul to tell her story. I'm Larraine, but we'll be right back with the Rainbow Show's cover story.
Anybody who gets infected will receive immediate termination. And when I say termination, I'm not talking about getting fired from your job at JCPenney.
Every safe haven is going underground, and they're nuking the surface area.
Fuck me.
Hi world, it's me Larraine, and I'm looking for exciting, interesting, fierce, fun guests for my show. If you think you have a creative, interesting story you want to tell, go to my website, www.therainbow.com, or go to my Facebook, facebook.com/therainbow.
Today, I got some juicy tea for you. So grab your cups, grab your mugs, whatever you drink tea out of, honey, because today, I got some juicy tea for you.
Ow!
Welcome back to What's the Tea? We're going to be talking about the most famous family in America, the Jacksons. If you haven't heard, Paris apparently cut herself with a meat cleaver and took Motrin to ease the pain. I don't believe that. I think she really just tried to kill herself. You know, when you're 15, you're an adolescent, and you have all the money in the world, and paparazzi won't leave you alone. I would want to kill myself too. No, I'm just kidding. It's a serious issue out here. Teen suicide is at high. We definitely need to take a look into why Paris is acting stupid and crazy. Paris, baby, if you're listening to me, killing yourself is not the tea, honey. The tea is get help. Find somebody. Call somebody. Talk to somebody. That's the only way out. Once you kill yourself, you're a quitter, and we don't quit. We're gonna talk about your favorite Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like Miss Kim Kardashian. I heard, and I don't know if this is true, Kim. If it's true, you need to call me and tell me, girl, so if not, I can clarify it. But I heard that Kanye West left you, girl. If that's true, call me and we'll clarify it if it's not. But according to my sources, he didn't want to go to the baby shower because you were recording, and he didn't want to be in the spotlight, and so he did his little appearance and he left, and it's been 4 days since he's been found. Where are you, Mr. West? Come to my house if you need a hiding place. Now, Miss Bobby Brown, or Bobby Christina Brown, is getting evicted. How do you get evicted when your mother is Whitney Houston and died and left you all that money, honey? First, we went through the whole process of you trying to get married to your stepbrother. Then y'all crashed a car. Then you were reportedly sniffing coke, girl. Now you're getting evicted, girl. What is the tea, girl? Call me and let me know what the tea is, because there's help for people like you, honestly. And what's sad is that there's so many other teenagers that are experiencing these same type of dramas, but because they're celebrities, we're always keeping them in the news and talking about them. Which is cool, because you give me a job. So anyways, Bobby, really clean it up, girl. We do not need another burial funeral with dubs and all that other stuff that happened with your Hi world, it's me, Larraine, and I'm looking for exciting, interesting, fierce, fun guests for my show. If you think you have a creative, interesting story you want to tell, go to my website, www.therainbow.com, or go to my Facebook, facebook.com/The Rainbow Show.
Wait! You're not safe alone! Listen to me!
The movie Rolling Stone calls diabolical fun. It's awesome. Has audiences everywhere screaming.
That was on the edge of my seat.
I was blown away. A savvy, sophisticated romp, and Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up. Be a part of the most terrifying motion picture event of the year. Safe Haven.
It was great.
Rated R.
Welcome back. My cover story today is hate crimes in America, particularly focusing on the gay and lesbian community. And my guest today has been a fortunate one, a survivor, a hero, Zita Developer from Springfield, Massachusetts. Hi, Zita. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I am fabulous. You looking fabulous, darling.
Honey, you look fabulous.
Thank you. And I want to thank you for being on the show.
I think it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Really.
Thank you. No, it's a pleasure having you. So, tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I'm trying to find a husband like the rest of us.
Oh, darling, if you find one, mail me one.
Absolutely.
UPS and FedEx him, postmark him, to whatever you gotta do, honey. But no, honestly, I know you guys are wondering why we're being light and fluffy, because what we're about to get into is some serious, heavy stuff. So I just kind of want to ease into it. So I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions, because I know. As a survivor, as a hero, as a brave entrepreneur drag queen, the woman that you are, I want to say that first and foremost, I commend you for sharing your story, because not too many people are this brave to share the story. Do tell us about Vinny when you first met him.
When I first met Vinny, I was 11 and I just turned 12. We went to a summer camp together, and he was this already 5'10" at 12 years old, tall boy that wanted to be friends with me, and he used to come over and we used to go swimming together, we used to go camping, whatever, and being so young, even at that time, I knew that I kind of liked him. But
liked a boy, how
yeah,
dare
right,
you,
how
right?
dare I? And so one time when we were, right before we were going to go swimming, he always had like this doofy tone to him. And he said, "Can I ask you a question?" "Yeah, sure." And mind you, he's 5'10". I haven't gotten my growth spurt yet, only this way and not this way. And he goes, "Have you ever thought about kissing a boy?" And I said, I didn't know if he wanted to punch me or tell on me, and I said, "Well, maybe." And he said, "Well, I kind of want to kiss you." And I was like, I thought I passed out. And
was that your first kiss?
That was my first kiss.
And this was in what year?
When I first met him, it was 1993.
Okay, so early 90s, and being as young as you were.
Oh.
And having those same sex feelings had to
Awful.
have been awful. To have been.
You know, as many times as much money as I spent in therapy and whatever, and people tell me it's not my fault, you still hold that little blame. Because I said, "Hold my hand." And he did, of course he did, you know. And we went down School Street, which is a very dangerous street in Springfield. And as we were walking, holding hands, this Pontiac Grand Am that was green drove by, and they yelled out, "Faggot." And I were like, whatever, you know, and we kept walking, but they decided otherwise. They turned around, thank you. They turned around and they came out, and there were 6 of them. And as they're getting out of the car, they said, "You're gonna die tonight, faggot." They grabbed him, 4 guys grabbed him, and the other 2 grabbed me. And they grabbed me so hard I had marks on my body for 2 weeks. And as they grabbed me and held me in place like cement, one of them on my left-hand side said, "Are you gonna suck his dick when he's dead?" And the other 4 guys started to hit him, punch him, kick him. Vinny drops to his knees, almost as like, I give up. He's got blood in his face, he's got blood on his lips, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, all right, they're just gonna laugh and they're gonna let us go, you know? And they didn't. One of them takes one of his hands and outstretches his arms like this. And the other gentleman takes his other arm and outstretches it like that. And the third man takes his legs and holds them together. And I hate to use this reference, but it's what it reminded me of, but he looked like Jesus on the cross. The fourth one is laughing and says, I'm gonna do it. And he goes back about 20 feet and he starts to run and he jumps on his head. I'm screaming like no scream you've ever heard in a horror movie. And he's laughing while he's jumping on his head. And I'm screaming, help us, help us, help us. Somebody, Jesus, God, you know, oh, just screaming. And I stopped screaming when I heard the first crack. I went blank because he had crushed his head from here down in his brains, everything. It was crushed in. And it was like I was ripped out of reality.
Give me a hug. So how has this all affected your life?
Well, it affected it one of 2 ways. The first 7 years and then the later 7 years. So I spent the first 7 years very, very angry. And then something happened in my life, and the later 7 years, I started to actually start talking about it and start to get the story out there. Not for me, but for somebody else. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And in the process of going back to my roots and wanting to help people, I'm helping myself in return.
The
healing process.
Healing process, absolutely.
You know, there's still certain things, post-traumatic stress disorder, that I still suffer from every once in a while. Mm-hmm. Like I'll be out with my current lover and he'll go to hold my hand, and even though it's 2013, I'll be like, don't touch me, and he'll be like, it's okay, and you know, so some things are gone and other things I think will last forever.
Tell myself and some of our viewers out there what it is that they can do to help them cope with a hate crime.
Well, I think the first immediate thing to do is don't give up. A lot of us, when we have a hate crime, whether somebody's taken from us or it happens to us, we immediately give up. And the first thing is to not give up. And one of the major things I would suggest to people, because I didn't do it till many years later, is to get yourself in therapy. And I know everybody's like, oh, but let me tell you something, therapy is amazing. You know what I mean? Outreach yourself. There are other people out there that know and truly say and understand, you know, what has happened to them. Look for GLBT groups, look for a hotline, outsource yourself anywhere you can. For somebody that may have specifically witnessed a hate crime or was in a hate crime, there is definitely a phone number that you can call immediately to report it, because sometimes the police, and I love my police, tend not to take it so seriously yet. But there's a number that you can call that you can, to the GLBT community, that will get it looked into. Unfortunately, I wish I'd gotten through it sooner than later, you know, because in the drag business, honey, we're already about 75 years old.
Speak for yourself, darling.
74. So that's pretty much it.
I want to thank you for all your advice, and I want to make it known that because of the internet, radio, and just the access to knowledge now, hate crimes are not only within the lesbian and gay community, they're in all different race walks of life. There are resources out there to help you. There are stories that need to be heard. So please, 10 years ago, as Dita experienced, we didn't have this. There wasn't even a thing classified as hate crimes. Everything was either gang related or what they know. Today there is resources and knowledge for you to educate yourself. So we'll be back again. I'm Larraine, and this was my cover story, Hate Crimes in
I just wish that him and all his friends would die like the people in this movie.
Hi world, it's me Larraine, and I'm looking for exciting, interesting, fierce, fun guests for my show. If you think you have a creative, interesting story you want to tell, go to my website, www.therainbow.com, or go to my Facebook, facebook.com/The Rainbow Show. Hey, it's me, and I'm back with Drag Confessions. This is the part that I love. This is the part that you're gonna love to hate me, trust me. I'm gonna be talking about all you bitches out there, that's right. Everyone who was on the RuPaul's Drag Race, you are the targets. I confess that I watched the promo for Alyssa Edwards' new Secret that's gonna be on the World of Wonder website. Who cares about your secret, girl? I don't, Victoria don't, nobody does. But no, you do look over, girl. I seen it. It was like your secret was something about a date. Who cares who you dated? You're a drag queen. We never, ever have a successful date. That's the confession. I want to confess that I, too, voted for Jinx. So that's why Jinx won. Just kidding. You know why? Because they don't allow America to vote because the show's too cheap.